Hello Aries, welcome to your zodiac wheel reading for February 2020. Let's see what's in store for you, what messages will come through for you Aries. So I'll focus into the Aries frequency, and I invite Great Spirit, angels and my guides to join me in this reading for Aries. And thank you for any messages that come through in this reading for Aries' highest good and the good of all concerned. Okay, so starting off here, Aries, you've got Two of Cups. Lovely. Very good indication there for relationships, marriage, engagements, the union of two people. And two is also prominent this month, actually, Aries, because it is a 2 month. And two is a master number. So it's a message with that master number to go forward gently, perform random acts of kindness, be the peacemaker. And here on the 2nd of February, so it's the 2, and 2020, so you can see how the significance of the number 2 is very prominent through February. It's a day to lead, not follow, and it's a time on the 2nd of February too to collect what you can, be it information, friendships or objects, and get the facts on that day, because you can clear up any misunderstandings. So that's a very nice way to start there in your first house. So I do feel with that Two of Cups being there for you, Aries, that, you know, your aura and your persona will really be a mode of expression that's being felt here through February by those that you associate with. Now here in the 2nd house you have the 6 of Wands, victory, recognition, even fame for some of you with that 6 of Wands. The Wands are about energy and growth. So there's been some growth there in the area of your resources and finances. And it's also about your support system, your instincts to survive. So there's success with that being shown there for you. So if you've got a lot of rods in the fire, because the 6 of Wands or the 6 of Rods is sort of like having a few projects on the move. So you could find here in February that you'll get some sort of recognition or a sense of accomplishment from the projects that you've been working on. Now the communication area has got the 4 of Swords in it, Aries. So it could be that you are maybe wanting to just hold off on some things, because the four of Swords is always a message of relaxing and you know, having deep contemplation or rest. It can be recuperating too. So if you've been going flat out with all these projects that you've been working on, you may need a bit of a break. And because it's in the area of communication, short distance travel, transport and mental activity, I do feel here that you just really will be seeking out opportunities to have some quiet time through February. Okay, so I do feel that the 22nd of February 2020, because 22 is a master number result, as is the number 2, so we have another master number coming up in February on the 22nd, so that might be a time that you can look at to retreat and rest. Get yourself some seclusion to help keep your equilibrium in balance, because you've had that pull and push situation go on, and the pull has been towards expressing your ideals and keeping them within constructive limits. So the higher vibration of 22 on the 22nd is to contribute to the greater good. So that's the higher mission of the master number 22, of fulfilling the universal altruism. Okay. So communication could be a little bit slow here for you through February, but it's going to give you a bit of a rest for your mind. In the home base, you've got the Hermit. So this rest here with the Four of Swords being shown might actually be very welcomed by you, because the Hermit likes to, you know, spend some quiet time contemplating and seeking your own higher wisdom to do with family or your home, or seeking out elders in your family even to help guide you through, because the Hermit is one that likes to take care of your own path, and also the influence of the Hermit there is letting you know that you can trust your higher self, and I really do feel that you can trust it like so strongly for you, Aries, with that Magician there influencing that area of the fun house. So if you're looking to actually you know, free yourself a bit from mundane repetition, the Magician here in the area of your matters of the heart, children, fun, entertainment and creativity is showing that, you know, you can really co-create and manifest really well here. Now the Magician is one of, can be a little bit of a trickster, but for the most part, with the Magician card influencing in your spread, it's being able to bring everything together successfully to create what you're focusing on. So I really like the look of that. Alright, so again, another number 2. So the Two of Pentacles in your working area, so that is letting you know that you are balancing. You're balancing work and you're balancing things and getting some sort of harmony flowing again through your work and your well-being. Now the number 2 here again is a message of asking for your share of work and saying thank you. Okay? It's a good time to be a listener. There's good communication in the workplace or with your health and well-being. It's also about listening to others, not just getting your opinion across. So, and there's a sense of social adaptability here, and sympathy and understanding, and so it is a very helpful card showing that there's some balance coming with that. So Mercury will be going into Pisces on the 4th of February, and then it goes retrograde in Pisces on the 17th. Okay, so that energy is with Mercury going into Pisces is also saying to me that it's okay to retreat. So it's it could even be a case with this 4 of Swords here that you're looking into, maybe even going to a retreat. But there's definitely that sense of willing to get away and have some quiet time, get out of the hustle and bustle, or get out of the monotonous routine, really. So you could just be retreating into your own private life. So with Mercury in Pisces, this can reveal the ability to perceive tangible truth, okay, and to communicate truth. So once it goes retrograde on the 17th, try not to sacrifice your reality, okay, even if your reality is a bit stark. Try to not run away from it and get all caught up in some sort of fantasy world type of thing. Even though I do feel that fantasy is a little bit more appealing to you, but you can, create something out of that too. There could be that creative energy really coming through for you here in February, Aries. Now, here we have strength in your partnerships, which is wonderful, because the other polar opposite has got that 2 of Cups. So union and engagement, love, could very well be a very memorable Valentine's Day. But with that strength there in the partnerships, I feel that many of you Aries will be feeling that you and your partner are certainly stronger than ever before. And the balance and harmony is very strong, which this area of the wheel loves things to be in balance and harmony. So I do feel that, you know, even if the harmony is within yourself, you're going to be able to bring it about. February is much lighter energy in comparison to January. January was really a heavy, hard task energy, whereas February we've got, you know, planets moving into the next sign. So Venus is going into Aries on the 8th, where you could find your self-worth through expressing love to others. So I do feel very strongly it's all about love for you this month, Aries. How nice. You can take the initiative even in your social situation and there's a sense of spontaneity and enthusiasm around also from the 8th onwards. So the 8th of February is also significant. And with Venus in Aries, Arians, you may find that you're the inspiration for others, and you can help people believe in themselves. So that's a really lovely trait to be able to share and help others. Now, in the 8th house, pardon me, you have the influence of the Four of Wands. So that's stability and growth. It could even be a business conference of some sort, or business dealings. Contracts are also favourable here through February. You have the Chariot up here in the area of philosophy, law, religion, travel, foreign lands and cultures, and the abstract mind. And the Chariot is victory. Two pathways in which to follow. So you get to a fork in the road and you've got to decide which way you want to go. It's sort of, you may not be able to do everything. Remember here in your second house how it had the Six of Wands, so lots of projects on the board. So you may have to narrow that down to two. Two being a very significant number this month. A Sagittarius energy, the Chariot energy, and Aries in particular has Mars actually transiting through the 9th house. So it's a time when you can do more creative intellectual work, more so than usual. Now this could also lead you to defend your beliefs with Mars in the 9th house. So just, you know, pull back a bit if you're feeling that you're trying to force your opinions or your views, or, you know, whether they're philosophical or they might be religious. But if, yeah, don't overdo it, okay? But you could be really feeling that area of your life very strongly. And with the Chariot, it's also a sign of travel. So whether or not there's travel plans being put in place, maybe you're really going to finally get to go on that retreat that you've always wanted to go on, or you're just putting things into place. But there's also news of travel and victory with travel with overseas and foreign cultures. So there'll be some good news coming from other parts of the world coming through here in February. Now also, one of the interesting aspects that's taking place here through February, again on the 17th, is that Mars will be entering Capricorn. Okay, so that takes us up to the zenith of the wheel, the Capricorn traditional area. Now, with Mars entering Capricorn, this encourages others to be ambitious. So you're encouraging, maybe you're teaching, I feel, here with the Eight of Pentacles, teaching your skills and using your skills to encourage others. So there could be some sort of promotion there for you too, Aries. And you know, you will be able to organise and use and share your organisational skills. Okay? And Mars will be trining Uranus as well on the 17th. So that's a beautiful, harmonious energy of flow that will be affecting your area of how you present yourself to the world, how you express your action-driven motivation. And it's an enlightening energy, the Uranus energy. So it really can have a very positive effect on your physical characteristics and your appearance as well. So that's always nice. So don't be surprised if you find yourself very busy with many projects, because I do feel that you are really being very creative and coming up with new initiatives. You've got the boundless energy to do it as well. You could be a little bit impatient with yourself or with others, so be careful with that. And you're certainly going to feel that desire for freedom, Aries, with this Mars trine Uranus. And I feel that you will be feeling sorry for those that are trapped in a 9-to-5 job. So I do feel that, you know, that it could even be yourself. Like there's a strong energy speaking to me here, saying, you know, I just want to be able to be free to live my life for a little while. So some of you could be really putting in for a long service leave, or that 4 weeks holiday, and picking where you're going. And if you are desiring to go overseas, like it says here with this Chariot in that 9th house area, I do feel that it, you know, all will be good by the time that you do go. You are safe and you are protected. Okay? So remembering that the Uranus energy is in the frequency of Taurus. Okay, so it's a really good time now through February to have our antennas up, because Uranus wants to speak to us. It enhances the ability to receive intuitively from the planetary mind, which is our Earth. So you can find yourself with new directions opening up and receiving insight into new ways to structure those new directions. But the negative side of Uranus can be about disruption, and remembering that disruption happens by holding on to old value systems that are not in harmony with the new direction and with the new direction of society as a whole. because we're all a part of the big picture. And the big picture is talking to us. So antennas up. Uranus in Taurus. Okay? Because it's timely now for a new direction to be taken on the planet. But that's not saying to disregard all the old ideas or all the old traditions, because by disregarding some of them you could really actually cause more trouble than good. But it is a time of the society is growing as a whole and evolving as a whole, no matter what age group you're in, what generation you are. We're all being affected by that. So yeah, we have the ability here with Uranus in Taurus to receive intuitively from the planetary mind. Okay? Now here, in your hopes and wishes, woohoo, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. Lovely. Beautiful. So I do feel that you will be feeling really chuffed with yourself. And Aries, there's been some things that you've been working on, visualizing on, raising your vibration to try and manifest and make some of your wishes come true. And this is showing me that you're going to be very pleased with your efforts, and you are actually going to know that you manifested this. You've manifested this good fortune or bit of luck, or just that inner sense of well-being where you feel content and happy. That is something that you've manifested for yourself. So there's that energy around for you this month, Aries, that you can prove that to yourself that you did this. You manifested that. A little thing that happened to me was last month actually, but I had been putting out there to the universe that I wanted to go and see Elton John live, because he was coming to Australia and he was coming to Hope Estate, which isn't far from where I live. And I knew that the concert was sold out. I knew that I couldn't get a ticket, but I just, even though at the time I sort of thought, this is pretty silly. I feel like a teenager wanting to go and see their favourite pop star or something. But, well, he was my favourite pop star when I was a teenager. And, so I just kept raising my vibration. Luckily, I've seen him a couple of times through my life. So I was raising my vibration to get it to that vibrational frequency of what it felt like to see him. And then I just left it open. I didn't put anything else on it of how I was going to get there or anything like that. And then lo and behold, one of my dearest friends rings me and says her daughter can't make it to the concert, and her daughter sent her 2 tickets to Elton John at Hope Estate. So I was just beside myself, and it was within weeks of putting it out there that how much I wanted to actually be at this concert. It was an absolutely brilliant concert as well, but that's just an indication of how it can work. Okay, so here we have the 3 of Pentacles. I really like this, and I really like it even more because it's in that 12th house area, and so is Venus through February. So from the 8th of February onwards, Venus goes into Aries. So before that it's in Pisces, but then it goes into Aries. So the 3 of Pentacles, it's the aristocratic card to me. It's also the apprentice artist. It's the muse. That's what I get with the 3 of Pentacles. And so here in February, with Venus also in this 12th house area for you, Aries, You could find your self-worth through the expressing your love to others, can have you take the initiative also in your social situation. So there's some spontaneity. Don't we love spontaneity with Venus and Aries? And it's a good time here for you to be inspirational too. Okay, so if you are embarking on some new creative project, you may find that even though it's behind closed doors here in the 12th house, so it's still behind the scenes, people haven't seen it yet, but as Aries comes over into the first house, it will become public to a certain degree. And I think that if you're seriously thinking of showing any of your creative endeavours, it could be written, it could be painted, could be sewing, knitting, crocheting, it could be anything, but it's going to be received very well once it gets into this, the move over into the first house. So there's something that you're working on behind the scenes that I do feel you're going to be in a situation where you will inspire others. It may be, you know, a couple of people, or it might be a handful of people that you're inspiring, but there's that sense of inspiration connected to you this month, Aries. And on the 20th, the Sun goes into Pisces, so the Sun will also be shining and emphasizing that creative hidden part of yourself and wanting to be expressed that way through creative endeavours. And with it in Pisces, the Sun in Pisces, that is also about metaphysics, mysticism. You could even be using your own psychic abilities to create this art or whatever project that you're working on. Alright? Now the full moon is on the 9th of February at 20 degrees of Leo. So that is also going to be affecting your ability to manifest here, Aries. So it's a very strong manifesting, high vibrational month ahead for you, Aries. I do like it. I do like it. Then the new moon is also in Pisces on the 23rd of February. So this 12th house area is really being illuminated for you here through February. It's getting a couple of hits. So anything that has been hidden will be in the spotlight. Okay, Aries? Now, I'll just ask for your confirmation card. Can we please have a confirmation card for Aries for February 2020? Thank you. What message do you have for Aries in the confirmation card? And you have Magpie. So Magpie is the 7 of winter. And the message from Magpie for you is caution will help you avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources, such as your peace of mind. That must be that retreat that they're wanting you to look into. Be aware of the results of your actions as well as what others might be doing behind your back. Well, that will come to light with all that energy being focused there off and on into the area of things that are hidden. So something will come to light for you here through February if you've been worrying at all about anybody doing anything behind your back. But as I said, I think the relationship area is in good condition here through February. Love going around. You're very loved, Aries. So thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to give the thumbs up and like. Subscribe for those of you that haven't subscribed so that you don't miss out on any future updates. I have left all the information in the description box below for you to be able to contact me if this reading is resonating with you and you would like a more personal reading, as well as my website and the Elle's Psychic Astrology group on Facebook, where we all share our thoughts and experiences there. Love you to come and join in. So until next time, thank you and much love and many blessings to you all, Aries. Namaste.
Are we going to go for a walk? Do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to go for a walk, Kobe? Come on. Yeah, come on.